speak to her.
She has gone crazy. You can't not feel sorry for her.
What does she want?
She is speaking of her dead father and babbling meaningless words. Her hand gesture suggests that she is trying to convey something unpleasant.
It's probably best that you speak with her.
Fine, let her in. Everything I see seems like a bad omen. Guilt makes you so full of stupid suspicions that you give yourself away because you're trying so hard not to.
Where is the beautiful Queen of Denmark?
What are you doing, Ophelia?
How can you tell the difference between your true lover and some other?
What does this even mean?
Shh, did you say something? Just listen. He's dead and gone, dead and gone. At his head a patch of green grass, at his heels a stone.
No, Ophelia.
No, shh, just listen, please. At his head, his shroud is as white as the mountain snow.
Do you see her?
The tears, they came all over him as he went into his grave. And now they can't stop.
Ophelia,
The showers of
how
true
are you?
love. Oh, we know what we are now, but we do not know what we may become. I'm doing quite well. And may God be at your table.
I think she's talking about her dead father.
No, with sweet flowers pouring all over him. And now we cannot talk about this. Saint Valentine's Day is tomorrow. He comes to his chamber door. He opens it wide and he throws it.
Ophelia!
He throws it. What? He throws it.
How long has she been like this? Somebody go follow her. Make sure she's okay. Death has poisoned poor Ophelia. I fear this because bad things come in bunches. I think her brother is trying to kill me. I feel like I've been murdered many times over.
What was that noise?
Where are my bodyguards?
Save yourself, my lord. Laertes is leading a rebellion against you.
They seem awfully happy to be going after the wrong person.
The doors are broken! Where is this so-called kid? Give me my father!
Laertes, just calm down!
I had just one cold drop of blood in my body! Gertrude, go. Now. God will protect the king. Laertes, why are you so upset? Where is my father? He's dead.
But I didn't do it.
Let him finish, Gertrude. Why is he dead? I will get the revenge for my father's murder. Who's stopping you? My will alone. So will you kill both your enemies and your friends just to know the truth? Only my enemies. Do you even know who they are? No, but I will hold my friends close and even die for them. Now you sound like a gentleman, sir. Listen, I want to prove to you that I'm innocent and greatly saddened over your father's death. What is that?
They carried him uncovered in the coffin. Fare you well, my dove.
You couldn't be more persuasive if you were sane.
You must sing a down if you were to call him a down. Oh, how the wheel suits it. And it is the servant who stole the master's daughter.
This nothing is more than just a story.
Look at my flowers, one for remembering and one for truth.
A study in madness.
Here, fennel for you to symbolize adultery and rue for you to symbolize repentance. I would give you faithful violets, but they all shriveled up when my father died.
Hell itself!
And will he ever come again? No, he will never come again. He is gone, he is gone. And now may God be with you.
Did you see that? Laertes, if I am guilty, I will give away everything. But if I'm innocent, I will help you seek revenge on your father's murder. All right, then. Let the guilty be punished with death. Please, come with me.
Who is it?
I'm a sailor, sir. I have letters from Hamlet for you.
Come in.
God bless you, sir.
And you too. Horatio,
When you've read this letter, find a way to let this girl see the king. She has letters for him. Before we were at sea for even 2 days, a pirate ship equipped for battle pursued us. We were too slow to escape, so we were forced to stand and fight. In the battle that followed, I ended up on the pirate ship. Just then, they left our ship behind, so I became the only prisoner on board. They treated me quite mercifully for thieves, but they knew what they were doing. They want me to do a favor for them. Give the king the letters I've sent, and come to me as fast as you would run from death. I've got things to tell you that will make you speechless, and they aren't even half the story. This girl will take you to me. Gildenkrantz is on his way to England. I have a lot to tell you about him. Goodbye. Your trusted friend, Hamlet.
Come with me. I'll help you deliver those letters more quickly. And you can show me who wanted you to deliver this to me.
Oh, Laertes, have a seat. We need to talk. See, now you must believe that I'm your friend. For the man who just killed your father was really just trying to kill me.
Yes, but why didn't you take immediate action?
For 2 reasons. First, Hamlet's mom loves him dearly, and I couldn't do the harm to her. Secondly, the public loves Hamlet, and killing him would really just destroy me.
So, I've lost my father, my sister's gone insane, yet I will never get my revenge.
Hey, don't worry too much. I'll reveal my full plans to you soon. What's the news?
Letters from Hamlet. This one's to your majesty. This one's to the queen.
From Hamlet? Who sent them?
Sailors, but I got them from Claudio.
Laertes, you shall stay and read these with me. You, go. Leave us alone. Hamlet? Thought Hamlet was dead. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg permission to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon, recount the events of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet, P.S. alone. What does this all mean? Are they coming back? Or is it all just a lie?
Do you not recognize the handwriting?
It's just like Hamlet's. Exactly. See here, when he writes naked in the first line, and then the P.S. alone. It must be Hamlet. What do you think?
I have no idea. But let him come. I want to look him in the eyes and say, you did this.
If that's how you feel, but will you please take my advice?
Yes, as long as I'm in the plans.
That's fine. We can make that happen. You know, I once heard that you have an amazing talent.
What is that?
Well, there was this guy from Normandy. He said you're like a magician on a horse.
From Normandy, you say?
Yeah, I can't recall the guy's name.
I bet it was Lamond.
That's it! That's the guy!
I know him well. He's the pride of our nation.
He spoke so highly about your fencing skills. He said that you could beat anybody, but anyways, the point is,
What is the point?
did you love your father, or is your grief just an illusion?
Why do you ask this?
It's not that I don't doubt you loved your father. It's just, I know love can fade over time, and Hamlet's coming back soon. Look, my point is this. What will you do to avenge your father's death?
I'll cut Hamlet's throat in the church.
Good. Revenge should have no limits. Listen, I have an idea. You should stay in your room. When Hamlet returns, I'll have the guys go up to him and brag about how great you are at fencing. Hamlet will surely be jealous. Then, I'll get you two together, you'll place bets, and we'll have a duel. And then you can have revenge.
I'll do it. I will add poison to the end of the sword so that even a faint scratch will surely kill him.
Well, let's think more carefully about this. What if the tip fails? I got a better idea. Let's poison the tips of the sword, but then let's poison the drinks as well. We'll take a break, have a drink, and then Hamlet will surely die. That way, if the poison tip doesn't work, the drink will surely kill him. Do I hear a noise? Oh, Gertrude. I have a letter from you. It's from Hamlet.
Well, great, but the bad bad news. It just keeps coming. Laertes, your sister, she's drowned.
Drowned? Where?
There's a willow above the brook, and she climbed it to make a wreath out of flowers. Then she just slipped and fell. She laid in the brook for a while and just started to sing, like she didn't even know she was in harm. And then her clothes, they slowly just dragged her down to the bottom.
So she is drowned?
Yes, she's gone.
You had too much water, poor Ophelia, so I will not shed tears for you. But crying is what humans do. Goodbye, my lord. I must go. My tears will just drown out my words.
Wait! We must follow him. I've done too much to calm him down, and I'm afraid he's just going to work himself up again. Come on, let's go.
I can't believe they're giving her a Christian burial when she drowned herself.
Yeah, let's just finish this grave right away.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that it wasn't a crime of self-defense.
That's what they say happened.
Well, they're wrong. It was a crime of self-offense. She did it to herself.
Listen here, Sir Gravedigger.
All right, listen here. You got a man and you got water. The man goes into the water, he's gonna drown himself. But the water can't come to the man.
Is that how the law sees it?
It absolutely does. It's in the coronary inquest law.
Well, to tell you the truth, if she wasn't so rich, she wouldn't get a Christian burial.
Yeah, it's a shame that people who are rich get better burials than people like us. And Adam is obviously the first person that had arms.
Was he the first aristocrat? Did he have a coat of arms?
Absolutely. He was the first one to have arms, period.
Adam did not have arms.
He absolutely did. Have you not read Genesis in the Bible? It says that Adam was the first man on earth. That means he was the only person that was there to feed the animals and put in all the plants that were in the Garden of Eden. Of course he had arms. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What builds things better than a stonemason, a shipbuilder, and a freaking carpenter?
The man who builds the gallows, because the gallows outlasts 1,000 inhabitants.
Oh, you're funny. I like that.
Let's see here. Who builds something stronger than the stonemason, the carpenter, or the shipbuilder?
I don't know. That's the question, isn't it?
Oh, I've got it.
Really?
Damn, I forgot.
Every minor, you can read my poker face.
Look at him! He's singing over a grave! This guy's just gotten so used to skulls and graves that it just doesn't bother him anymore.
Yes, only those of us that work can afford to be sensitive.
My poker face, she's my...
Look at that skull. He's treating that skull like it's... That jackass is treating the skull like it's the skull of Cain, the first murderer.
Indeed, my lord.
I gotta go talk to this guy. You, sir, whose grave is this?
It's mine, sir.
I think it must be yours since you're the one lying in it.
Well, you're the one lying outside of it, and I'm not lying in it, so it must be mine.
But you are lying inside of it. It is for the dead, not for the living, therefore you are lying.
Well, that's a lively lie, sir.
Alas, poor York. I knew him well. Horatio, he was such a good man. Horatio, tell me something.
What's that, my lord?
Do you think Alexander the Great looked like this when he was buried?
Well, exactly like that.
What a crazy thought, Horatio, to think that the man who once ruled the world could be turned to just dust.
Well, if you thought that, clearly you're thinking too much.
Well, no. Horatio, think. This person could be used to plug up walls. Because think about it. Follow the logic here. We could have a person buried, and then he turns to dust, and dust becomes the dirt, and dirt is what we use to plug up walls.
Never thought of it like that.
Wait. Quiet. Here comes someone. It's the king and queen and the noblemen of court. Who are they following? It was such a plain and scrawny ceremony. It means the corpse they're following took its own life. Must have been from a wealthy family.
Let's stay and watch a while.
Isn't there anything else?
That's Laertes, a very noble young gentleman. Listen.
Our performance living rights not been permitted. If it wasn't for the king, her grave would have been outside the church grounds. She should have rock and stones thrown at her body, but she has said prayers said for her in her honor.
Are there any other rites you can perform?
No, nothing.
Listen here, you damn priest. My sister's going to heaven, and you're going to hell. Don't bury her yet. Now, marry us both higher than Mount Olympus.
Whose grief is so loud and clear? That is I, Hamlet the Dane.
Down, you soul!
Take your hands off of my throat! There is something dark inside me that I don't think you wish released. Take your hands off!
Pull him apart!
Hamlet,
My lord, please calm down.
I will fight him over this issue to my last breath!
my son, what issue?
I loved Ophelia more than 40,000 brothers! What do you think you can do for her?
Laertes, he's mad.
Be patient with him.
What will you do? Starve yourself? Cry? Eat a crocodile? I'll do all that! You think you can outdo me by having yourself buried alive with her? Fine, bury me with you. Let them throw millions of acres upon us. I don't care.
Hamlet, go! You're mad! Horatio, follow him. Laertes, be patient. Remember our talk last night. Time will come. Gertrude, please, go have guards guard the castle. We will wait.
Well, that's enough about that. But, Horatio, would you like to hear the other part of my journey? Do you remember the circumstances?
How could I forget, my lord?
Well, anyway, I was coming out of the cabin in the middle of the night, and, I was searching around for that letter. Anyway, I eventually found that letter, and I hurried back to my cabin, and I guess my curiosity got the better of my manners, for I opened that letter, and do you know what I found in that letter? I found orders from the king to execute me upon my arrival without even waiting to sharpen the axe.
Is that even possible?
Well, here is the document. Read it on your own time. But do you want to know what I did next?
Yeah, well, yes, my lord.
Well, I wrote a new letter on behalf of the king, and would you like to know what I put in that letter? Well, I started the letter by saying, "Oh, England is a wonderful place. We wish nothing but the best for you and your people. Many years of prosperity, yada, yada, yada." You get the idea. But, you know, I concluded it by saying, "Please execute whomever delivered you this letter without even allowing them to confess to a priest."
So, Gildenkrantz is in for it?
Man, he was asking for it. I don't feel bad about him at all. Little underlings should not interfere in the crossfires of mighty opponents.
You know, King Claudius is gonna find out soon enough what happened in England.
Yeah, well, we'll see. You know, Horatio, I do feel bad about Laertes, though. His situation and my own, really not that much different. I guess I got sent into a fury when I saw him just display his grief in such a public manner.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
Welcome back to Denmark, my lord.
Thank you, sir! Do you know who this insect is?
I have no idea who this guy is.
Well, be glad that you don't, because he is a jerk. He owns a lot of dirt, so he's treated well in this kingdom, though.
If you have a moment, I would like to inform you of a message from His Majesty.
I will hang on to every word you say.
My lord, His Majesty has placed a large bet on you and Laertes. Laertes is such an excellent man, and he's...
Well, I don't know about excellence. You'd have to compare his excellence to my own, and that doesn't make...
Excellence in fencing, sir.
Oh, excellence in fencing. What weapons does he use?
The rapier and the dagger.
Oh, well, those are only two of his weapons, but go on.
The king, or His Majesty, has placed a bet with 6 Barbary horses and daggers, and all their accessories.
6 Barbary horses and French daggers. Well, sounds like a French bet against the Danish.
His Majesty says that within a dozen rounds, Laertes will not beat you with more than 3 hits. You can go if you tell me right now.
Ah, well, you can tell the king that I'm going to go for my walk. It is my exercise time. But if he would like, then he can bring the swords down here and come himself, and we will have this duel out in the hall, if Laertes is willing. Go tell your majesty that.
I shall inform the king.
Thank you.
It's a good thing that he's here to represent himself, because no one else would ever do it.
My lord, Ostric has told me of your agreeing to the match. The king wishes to know if you are ready to fight now or later.
Well, that's up to him. If he would like me to fight now, I'll fight now. If later, then that's fine, whenever I'm able.
The king and queen are coming down with everyone else.
Ah, right on cue.
Your mother wishes you to speak to Laertes, politely, before you begin your match.
She's always full of good ideas.
You know you're gonna lose this bet, my lord.
You know, Horatio, I don't think I will. I've been practicing while Laertes has been in France. Although, I do have a sinking feeling.
Wait, my lord.
It's just one of those foolish things that women also often get.
Well, if you have a bad feeling, then listen to it. I'll just tell him you're not feeling well.
Oh, you will do no such thing! If it is destiny, then it is supposed to happen. If it's going to happen today, then it will. If it's not, then it won't. The important thing is to be prepared. Just let it be.
Hamlet, shake hands with Laertes, please.
I beg your pardon, sir. I have done you a great wrong. I wish that you would forgive me. I'm sure that you have heard recently I have been going through a mental illness. When I yelled at you earlier, it was just out of pure insanity. With everyone here as my audience, I would like to let it be known that I never meant any harm your way.
My feelings are satisfied, but you killed my father and my sister, so I cannot forgive you so easily.
Oh, fair enough. Well, give us the swords and we will begin this fight enthusiastically.
Yes, hand me one too.
Huh. Laertes, you too realize that I am going to make you look like the brightest of stars and the darkest of nights.
You're making fun of me.
Oh, no, not at all.
Ostric, please hand him the swords. Hamlet, I believe you know the bet.
I too, you have bet on the weaker fencer.
I'm not worried. Laertes is better, but he has to win by 3. And now bring forth the goblets of wine. The king shall drink to Hamlet's health and good fortune in this fencing duel. And Hamlet,